What is your favorite Roman Reigns feud?
It's it's between two. For me, the outstanding two is Brock and Seth.
Mm.
I would probably lean. Ah, do you know what? I would probably lean to Seth because, again, a bit what we're saying with Jacob, he can't seem to get the better of Seth. Seth is in his head, and it's just like there's this one guy. Again, as I saying, got styles make fights, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's just one person who gets the better of you more often than not. A bit like back in
Hmm.
the day, you had Ali, Kenny Norton. There's
Yeah.
just one person that gets the better of you more often than not because whether they're inside your head or star wise, you just can't. And it just seems to be that Seth is always a step ahead of Reigns, and I
He
think
isn't.
that brings an intrigue to that. And even when they don't, they're not on screen together for months on end. As soon as they are on screen together, you feel it. A bit like the other day. Was it last week on Raw?
When it was backstage, yeah,
Yeah, like
Rollins said you were in my way.
yeah, and there was nothing there, but you just felt the tension, the history,
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, for me, it's I would say Seth. I love the rivalry of Brock,
Yeah.
but I would say it's Seth. But we ain't had, and the other thing with the Seth one, I think we've only had what one or two one-on-one matches.
Mm.
We ain't had
Yeah,
many.
I don't think they've explored it enough, the Reigns and Rollins.
They haven't.
They
But
haven't.
again,
That's the
and this
thing.
is why it's my favorite because they haven't. But this again, you felt the history and the tension when they was together the other day
Yeah.
on Raw, and that's why it's my favorite because it's there, it's always on a knife edge. And when they
Hmm.
do it score properly, all eyes are going to be on that feud, and
Yeah.
they have to go one on one, whether that be at SummerSlam or WrestleMania. They have, for me, I'd prefer at WrestleMania because
I
I think
think main it needs to
yeah,
happen.
we missed that trick with Triple H against The Rock. We should have had
Yeah.
that at WrestleMania
One on one.
2000, yeah, when it was
And
a
it turned
four-way
into a
match.
fatal four way.
Yeah, turn
Yeah.
into a fatal four-way. It should have been one-on-one. I
I
hate
think
they
Reigns
don't miss that trick again.
I think Reigns and Rollins was meant to happen this year, but obviously
But
with the
obviously,
Rollins
yeah,
injury,
yeah, it
they
was,
had to divert, they had to change course,
it was.
change paths.
But yeah, for me, yeah, I'd love to see that. Yeah, you don't even need to have that SummerSlam Mania next year for me. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
Even the match they had at the Royal Rumble, what 3 years ago was it
That
now?
was a good match as well,
It
but
was a wicked
even
match.
then,
Even in the match, Seth was a step ahead of him, and then Reigns got frustrated, and then he got himself disqualified because
and
Seth was always a step ahead of him. And for me,
I
that's
think that was,
intrigue.
and I think that was technically the only title match he lost in that title reign as well. Obviously, without losing the title, that's the only one-on-one match he lost.
Think you lot, yeah, yeah.
That feud,
You could
yeah,
be right.
because Rollins got in his head. I'd say my one. Um, it's maybe a toss up between him and Jey Uso, just because it was right at the start of the tribal chief sort of when he just won the title and the tribal chief character
Oh,
became
when
prominent.
he's bullying Jay.
Yeah, he was bullying Jey, and even that carried on a few years later. And then I thought, it was very well done as well.
Yeah, yeah, it
Um,
was, it
between
was.
it's between that and the CM Punk feud. I enjoyed the CM Punk feud between them both.
Oh,
I
yeah,
enjoyed
I have,
the
yeah,
fact that
yeah, yeah.
they're both like big stars, star power. They're both at their peak. Like just the interactions with them. No one had to be the heel in that feud. There, no one's had to be the heel in that feud, and they're both face, but they're both. Punk had a bit of um, heel tendencies in there,
Yeah,
or whatever the word is. He had a bit of heel
yeah, there were
vibe about him
tendencies.
in there
Yeah,
as
yeah, there
well.
were, yeah,
And
heel
then so
tendencies.
did
Yeah,
Reigns. So it made it interesting. It wasn't just pure cookie cutter or pure baby faces. And it was just about respect or they weren't personal with each other, they hate each other, even though they're both face.
yeah. To be fair,
Yeah.
CM Punk rivalry is probably number three on my list. So
Yeah.
Seth, Brock, then Punk. But the Punk feud was, even though it was quite short in the end,
Mm-hmm.
it was wicked. Let's be
It
real.
was
And then
wicked.
obviously, capped off by one of the great Mania main events ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with the Seth one. It's just yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Jey Uso. I'm gonna go with the Jey Uso one just because I think it cemented him as a top heel with that feud as well when he became tribal chief. Because I think when he
Yeah,
won the
yeah,
title
yeah. Yeah,
from,
I
it
agree.
just shown how long his reign was. He beat Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman in a triple threat. And even when he sided with Paul Heyman, I think people were excited to see that. But then you saw the way he treated Jey Uso. And I think that cemented him fully as a heel as well.
Yes, it did.
And it sort of set the tone for the rest of that bloodline, Roman Reigns, long
Dominance,
making
basically.
title reign, dominant title reign. Yeah, so I'm gonna say Reigns and Jey Uso. The
Okay.
only thing that maybe hurt a bit was at the start. It was in the Thunderdome, no crowd there. It was just only show.
That's why for me, I wouldn't like. It's no disrespect to that feud, but for me, it's just a weird time. To be fair, that time in general
The
is just a
whole
weird
time was
time.
weird.
But yeah, it's sometimes even it's a bit of a blur. Some of it, to be fair, but yeah,
It is, yeah. They don't go back to sometimes in the clips as well if you watch it. They don't
yeah,
like you rarely see clips of them highlighting
that
stuff
period.
from yeah, just because it's weird without the crowd there. But I'd say the feud was quite well done. So
You know what? Even his rivalry,
very well
Braun
done.
Strowman, Braun Strowman was a good
Oh,
rivalry.
the early days, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
a good
entertaining to watch.
rivalry. That was a
The only thing that maybe
mad
put me off
dominance.
is how Reigns was being forced as a face and people didn't react in the right way
Yeah,
to anything. But I did enjoy that for a bit.
yeah, that was a good feud. He's had some classic feuds, but yeah, I'm sticking with the Seth one. That's number one. But we need
Jey Uso's
that one-on-one Mania match to cap it off,
that needs to happen. Yeah, that does need to happen.
and Seth
Hopefully, it does
should
at
win.
some point.
Whenever that is, Seth should win.
We shall see. Reigns might actually get a win back on
Actually, no,
Rollins. He
tell a
might
lie.
actually
Sorry,
slay the
no, Ray
demon.
should win. Sorry, no,
Yeah,
tell a lie. Ray should probably win that.
sort of slay the sort of demon or get
Yeah,
the
yeah,
monkey
that's
back.
Ray should win that because
Yeah,
that's where again I think Seth has alluded to it in the past. He created a monster,
yeah.
and maybe he beat Seth, and it sort of got rid of all my demons. So yeah, actually, yeah,
Yeah.
Ray should win that.
We shall see if it does happen in the future.
Thank you for watching the Brothers of Destruction podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode and look out for our question of the week.